Alright guys, so this is part 3. We're going to be talking about the first aid side. So I just ended up grabbing multi-purpose first aid kits, grab and go preparedness kits. It has flashlights, everything you might need. You might want to have about 72 hours worth of medicine, so make sure you always pack your medicines, some wrap if need be, and some alcohol and hydrogen peroxide. So just make sure whatever you need for your first aid, make sure it's the right quantity and make sure you have enough for at least 3 days. Here we're gonna add our alcohols and our hydrogen peroxide, our wraps, whatever spare medicines that you may not need readily available are gonna be stored away. So I usually keep like 3 days, 72 hours worth of medicine, and we're gonna store it here. I just put it in a Ziploc bag and then we'll continue with the rest. Alright guys, so for food, we have a couple of different options. So I wanted to save as much space as I can and just be conscious of what we're going to be eating, because same thing, you want to have some variety, you don't want to be eating the same thing. I get it. What we have here is Star-Kissed tuna. So we have some deli style tuna. They also have chicken salad, and they even have taco style beef seasoning. So we're good with tacos. We can eat this all day. We have different options. It's not just tuna. They do tuna, chicken, and beef now. The other thing is that if you don't want to be opening cans of soup and everything, they also have these, which is soup in a bag pretty much. Same thing, you just put it in, heat it up, and you're good to go. You don't need to refrigerate it, it's ready to go. The other thing that we wanted to do was eat some like beans. So these are the same thing, beans in a bag. You don't need a can opener, you just pour them out, heat them up, and they're good to go. And then the other thing, we got some rice too. The only thing with these that I remember, you just have to put a little bit, if you're gonna put it on the stovetop, you have to put a little bit of water, and that's about it. Mix it up, and it cooks. But same thing, I wanted to be aware of our space. I get it, this not might be the best thing for everybody, but you know, there's other things. If you want canned food, it's okay. We have some beefaroni, some mac and cheese. Keep it simple, pour it out, heat it up, and you're good to go. So for these, I'm just gonna put them in a Ziploc to try to keep everything nice and tidy and try to save as much space as I can. So here we were able to fit 12 tuna packs and 3 rice bags, 3 bags of the beans, and 3 soup bags. So these are 1 gallon bags. Now here is the most important part too as well, the snacks. So get some almonds, get some nuts. We got some apple juice sauce, some beef teriyaki, beef jerky, some peanut butters, some Slim Jims, and some Nutella. This is the one that, just make sure you're comfortable too. You know, get something that you might like, something that you might enjoy. Also something that gives you, you know, nutrients. Something that make you last. So here we have our beans and soups, our tunas and rice, our first aid kit, alcohol and hydrogen peroxide, our little snacks, and our nuts and beef jerky and all the other stuff. And we still got room. Also, please don't forget your utensils. So here are 3 sets of knife, forks, and spoons, and they'll fit in a bag, and then throw it back in. And same thing, put your silverware somewhere easily accessible. Alright guys, so now the good part, the personal hygiene. So make sure you have enough toothbrushes for everybody, ready to go. Make sure you have mouthwash, make sure you have flossers and picks. Now, you can either go with the same style of soap, or you can go for men's, for women's, for babies. Choose a style and it might work out for you guys. Now you can also do men's deodorant, women's deodorant, Q-tips. If you want to shave, if you need to shave, make sure you get some razors, some shaving cream, some sunblock is very important, some body scrubs, anything you need, wipes, flushable wipes, wet ones, Clorox wipes, hand soap, Lysol to go. Just something to make sure that you're also making sure that you're not getting dirty or not spraying the germs if need be. So we're gonna back this up and then we'll continue. All right, and one back. And now we can fit the other bag in. And still closes, so we're still good. Now the last thing I like to have readily available is some walkie-talkies so we can talk within family. And you want to use a hand crank radio. This one has a flashlight, radio, and everything you may need. And then you still got room, you can easily store it. It'll be readily available when you need it. So that's it. Now can't forget the most important two things. Toilet paper. So here's our pack. Large one with the wheels is gonna be for anything to cook. So we have our camping stove, charcoals, all that stuff. Our second one is a medium case, which will hold our battery packs and everything we need to power our phones, flashlights, all that stuff. And the third one is gonna be mainly used for all of our first aid, foods, and personal hygiene, radios and all that stuff. Last thing will be storing your solar panel, and you're good to go. And you can just wheel it around with the wheels and move it around wherever you need to.